Now I'm recording, so now we'll have this on YouTube later. So, as you were. All right. All right, everyone. So let's talk about Handshake. And again, if you have any questions, please use the chat feature or unmute yourself. McKenna and I will answer any questions anytime. So this is really pre-scripted. I want to do this with you in mind. But what Handshake is our main recruitment database. So some of you might have heard McKenna's video on Twitter or Instagram. Over 70% of campus recruiting for employers and student athletes happens in the fall. So if you're looking for internships, now's the time. If you're looking for jobs, now's the time. Spring is somewhat busy with recruitment, but over 70% of all the on-campus interviews, the career fairs and jobs, all the recruiting typically happens mostly in the fall. And so Handshake is one place for everything. It's internships, it's on-campus jobs, full-time jobs, everything career for you is actually housed in one place. So the whole purpose of Handshake, it's actually frog jobs powered by Handshake. So in case you hear those terms used, it's the same platform. It's frog jobs for Handshake is something that we just actually started a year ago. So it's really new. If you've been around for a while like me, we had an older platform called 1220. We're no longer using that. So you want to get hired. So discover jobs and internships in a wide range of industries. And I'll show you some examples here in a moment. Get discovered as well. You want to be messaged by employers that want to hire you. So Handshake has a really cool feature where if you're on the platform, employers can also find you on Handshake and send emails and messages to you directly. So we really want to encourage you all. My first recommendation is to make sure that your profile is fully complete on Handshake, and I'll show you how to do that. But employers are now using that message feature to actually say, hello, I'm John with Nike. I found your profile on Handshake. I would love to set up a time to interview with you. So you want to definitely make sure that your profile is fully complete in Handshake, and we'll show you how to do that. But then you can also really connect with your peers for advice. So if someone says something about medical internships, you can actually find other students across the entire Handshake platform. So there are over 700 universities that use Handshake. So TCU, SMU, UNT. So sometimes there are other students at internships that you might want to work. So you can access every single student that uses Handshake and every single employer that uses Handshake. There are over 500,000 employers that use Handshake. So about 4,000 or so have made TCU a preferred school. So you have access to the TCU job postings, but you also have access to over 500,000 employers across the entire Handshake family of schools. So it's not just based on TCU. You can message other students that work at Nike or work at an internship, and you can actually see reviews that other students have posted about their experience and even posting a review yourself. Again, everything is in one place: on-campus events, virtual recruiting, internships and jobs, and appointments with your career consultant. All right. So where do y'all want to work is the question. So we have some of the types of companies on Handshake. Again, there are over 400,000 employers on the entire platform. You have access to all of them. So even if they didn't make TCU a preferred school to recruit from, we have well over, I think, 3,000 employers that have made us a target school. You can look for employers across the entire system that might not even have TCU as a preferred school. So we have all of the Fortune 500 companies on there, a wide range of industries that you can see here, from Apple to Target to Netflix, GE, Google. We have alumni that also work in these companies. And I talked to you a little bit about an event for student athletes coming up in October, where we're going to bring alumni virtually back to TCU to give you industry insights on a wide range of industries. All right. So again, internships in almost every single industry and career path. There are over 3.5 million jobs posted on the entire platform. Again, based on those who hired from TCU, you may not see every single job because there are some employers that only want to hire TCU. But on the employer side, you can access all of the employers, again, over 400,000 of them. So if you don't see them hiring for TCU specifically, you still have access to all the employers across the Handshake platform. All 50 states represented, over 160 countries. So if you want to work internationally or intern virtually, there are virtual internships available in Handshake, remote internships as well. So You get to choose your path. And if you're not quite sure what you're looking for, we'll show you how to find your path as well. All right, and again, if you're not quite sure what you're looking for, one of the things I'm going to show you all, there's a feature called Career Interests in Handshake. So this is a way for you to help Handshake help you. So if you're thinking about medical sales, or you're thinking about government or sports, or if you're not quite sure, do the career interests based on what you think you might want to explore, and you're going to start seeing those types of internships and jobs show up in your main feed when you log into Handshake. So as you think about interests, as you take career assessments, you narrow down your options, the career interest section will help Handshake filter jobs and events your way based on your preferences. All right. So again, I mentioned doing your profile in Handshake. That's my #1 recommendation or homework after this webinar. Go to your Handshake profile and make sure that it's fully complete. So you would never send a half a resume or do a half a LinkedIn profile. So treat this just like a digital resume. As employers search the platform, make sure that it's fully complete, and I'll show you how to do that. It's basically your experience, your education, your involvement, just like you do a resume, just like you do for LinkedIn. Make sure that it's fully complete. And people ask you why that's important. As you see here, you're 5 times more likely to be messaged by an employer with a complete profile. So some actually log in, they'll upload a resume and they'll stop, but it'll show you how complete your profile is. So if it's missing something, you won't go to 100%. It'll say 50%, please add your resume, please add your skills. So Handshake is really smart. It'll tell you what you're missing in order for your profile to be 100% complete. And then we have a whole community of peers, alumni, and employers that you can gain information from, and we'll cover that in our live demo as well. Do we have any questions so far, McKenna, in the chat? I'm just wondering. Awesome. Okay, just checking in. All right. And then some really cool features that are very new to us, since we didn't have this platform always. We just started it a year ago. You can get reviews from other classmates and people who might be working in an internship or company that you might aspire to. You can do a Q&A feature on here, so you can actually post questions related to your industry or career choice. So you can actually message people directly, alumni and students, about their experiences. So what you like most about that internship? How to prepare? How do I prepare for a job in marketing? How do I prepare for an internship in medical sales? So you can post questions for the entire Handshake family. TCU, SMU, UNT, all of the 700 schools have access to this platform. So you have access to not only TCU students and alumni, but students from other universities that might have worked in those types of industries that you might aspire to. And of course, access to the Career Center for appointments. I'll show you how to make an appointment with me in the Career Center for career advice, career assessments, resume reviews, finding internships, finding employers. Everything is in one place. And we do have an app that's available. That app is app.handshake.com. But if you go to your Google Play Store, just look for Handshake. You can download our app and have all of these job postings, all of the career events and features right there on your phone. So go to the Google Play Store and just look for Handshake and download our app. Yeah, but then again, there's our app, app.joinhandshake.com, or just go to your Google Play Store and find the app. Everything is available on the desktop site and well as the career app as well. All righty. So that's pretty much all the slides I have. That's a little bit of context. I want to go right into the demo of using Handshake. What questions do y'all have for us so far? Any questions? Feel free to unmute yourself or put it in the chat. Anyone have any concerns or questions so far? All right, no questions? Cool. So I want to do a live demo of everything I kind of showed you on the slides. I want to go right to Handshake here. Can y'all see my Handshake screen? McKenna, everyone see that? Okay. So again, if you're on your laptops now, you can join me live, but it's tcu.joinhandshake.com. And actually, let me do something different here. Let's see if I can. Now, when you go to the website, you log in with your TCU single sign-on. So when you log into Handshake here, you will actually go right to, let me see if I can log out here. show you how it looks. Yep. So when you log into the website, this is what you'll see, tcu.joinhandshake.com. All students are going to click here, and they're going to log in right through here with your TCU single sign-on. And when you log in, and I'm logged in as a student athlete, I chose one of our athletes to demonstrate this profile for you guys. So everything you'll see will be from the lens of another student athlete. So what can we help you find today? And if you think of things you want to see, use the chat feature, unmute yourself. I'm happy to skip ahead or get to something that you may want to see, but I'll give you a couple of quick demos here of the platform. So who remembers my first recommendation?
Completing your profile.
Absolutely, complete your profile. And so I'm going to show you how to do that. So if you come up to the top, look for your little picture up here in the corner, or the silhouette up here. Then you go to My Profile. And so I'm using Liba Gang's, he's one of our student athletes here. I'm using his profile kind of as a demo here. But you see here, it's 100% complete. So a photo is recommended. Again, if you notice, it kind of has a LinkedIn feel. If you're on LinkedIn, that's the world's largest professional network. You have a professional picture. You have your major here, your graduation date, your passion, your journey. Talk about your athletic experiences, any bilingual skills, your values, what you want to pursue. And then come down here to your education section, your TCU education, degree, title, major, graduation date. This has work and volunteer experiences. And Liba can actually put a student athlete experience here. So for my student athletes on the call here on the Zoom webinar, you might use this kind of as a model here. I like how you put down a number of hours he dedicates to his practices. So employers typically might know what athletes do, but I equate this to an actual job. So you do put in hours of work. So put in number of hours that you dedicate to your practices, to your meetings, to any trainings. He put down total number of hours here. So 3 quick bullets here, nothing too extensive, just kind of a summary of the athletic experience, other experiences here. So if you have a resume, you might just kind of borrow bullets from your resume to fill this out. No need to type anything brand new here. He has some volunteer experiences in here. So he actually has kind of a variety. It's work and volunteer experiences. So if you have that, you can totally add this to your profile. And when you get new experiences, I would say take maybe an hour a week or an hour a month to go back to Handshake and make sure that it's fully complete and that it's updated. International experiences here. So you can put a variety on campus jobs, volunteer experiences, but I definitely want all of my student athletes to include your athletic experience. You can put it under volunteer/work. That's what I recommend. There is an organization section on here as well. A few athletes do put it there. My recommendation is to actually put that under a work and volunteer experience, because paid experience doesn't always have to be, or relevant experience doesn't always have to be paid experience. Yeah, so that's your profile. So fill that out. Now, if something is missing here, it'll say you're missing skills, you're missing projects, you're missing a resume. So you do have to upload a resume for your profile to be fully complete as well. So if you don't have a resume or want me to review it, you can make an appointment with me in Handshake. I'll show you how. Well, you want to make sure that your resume is uploaded, your skill section is complete. So if something's missing, Handshake would definitely let you know what's missing. You can definitely add that accordingly. All right. Now look at this now. This profile is visible to employers and students and alumni. So you get to choose, do you want to make your profile visible to employers? Most say yes, but you have the option to go under your settings and make that not viewable to employers. Again, totally up to you, but we recommend make that viewable because employers are actively checking Handshake for student athletes. So if they find your name, make sure that, again, recommendation number 1, fully complete profile, because you're more likely to be messaged by employees directly with a complete profile. All right. Now, the next thing I recommend is to fill out your career interest section. The career interest section is a way for you to help Handshake help you. So if you're thinking about medical or sports or healthcare, education, if you go to the interest section here, I'll show you how. come back up to your name up here, your picture or your silhouette, and come all the way down to career interests. So the more you fill out here, you're going to start seeing those opportunities and events show up in your main feed. So if you're not seeing anything right now in your feed, you might be seeing a few things. Most people say, well, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to do sales. Why am I seeing sales? It might filter some default jobs into your feed, but if you fill this out completely, you can actually help Handshake send you the jobs and internships you might be looking for. So types of jobs here, he has on-campus jobs, full-time internship. So fill that out according to what you're looking for. Be specific. We even have a section here for grad school. If you're thinking about grad school, we have graduate school events and events on Handshake and related types of opportunities here, after graduation plans. And then here, you can really get specific in terms of types of roles. He actually put down specific job titles here. And where do you want to live? So you're not from Texas, I want to work in Denver or San Antonio, DC. We get job postings from all over the country and international job postings as well. Here are the industries here. So he's put down nonprofit, religious work, research, other industries here. And you might even go deeper, what type of job functions? So I want to work in healthcare, but I want to do research. So what function do you want to do, or what industry you want to do? You can do a variety of things or choose either or. And then when do you expect to graduate? And when you're done, just go to Save My Career Interests. Yeah, so I recommend fill this out. So profile number one, and then next thing, go to your career interest section so you can help Handshake help you. So if you go back to the little Handshake icon on the left, this is what you see when you log in. This is your main feed. So here's what's recommended for you based on what you fill out in that career interest section. And the more active you are on Handshake, it's going to see what activity you've been doing. Again, send jobs you favorited to your main feed. Again, based on interest here, some specific jobs, fresh job postings as well is indicated there. Also, what's popular in your major. So we have a wide range of majors represented on the webinar tonight. You'll see jobs by major, based on your activity. There's on-campus jobs listed here, jobs expiring soon, and then jobs in healthcare. Again, based on that career intersection, it's showing me what I might want to pursue. All right. So let's talk about a couple of things here before we wrap up here. Let's talk about the job search particularly. So you can go to the jobs tab up here, or click on the little briefcase here. I'll click right here. I want to show y'all how to do an internship search or job search in Handshake. So my main feed shows me 4,100 jobs in the system. Catherine's eyebrows with them. We have lots of jobs posted. Now, one of the things y'all might know is with the pandemic, lots of things have gone remote or virtual. So if you like here, you can come to the search bar, and I have a little pre-made search here for for remote. So if you want a remote internship or virtual internship, just come to the search bar and type in a remote or virtual. 616 jobs are now found here. So I can stop there, or you can go to all filters here and take it a little bit further, or I only want to see internships or full-time. Let's go to all filters here for this demo. So all filters here, you're going to come down here and just indicate your preference. So I'm going to do industry here. Now, if you have an industry you want me to play with, let me know. Unmute yourself. I can do a little live demo here. So don't be shy, medical or finance or whatever, just let me know. You want to have a preference? All right, just wondering. If you think of anything, let me know. I'll just do, let's see. Let me just do, someone said medical here. Let me just do, I'll do medical devices here. Actually, let me do something else here. Let me try, I'll just do investment portfolio management medical devices just for this demo. Choose your industry, or come down here, choose your job function. You can choose it by major, or about specific employers. So let me just stop there. I have 8 results based on my search. If you click on the jobs on the left, the full description is right here in the middle. A bit about the position. Now look at this as a post date, but also the application deadline. Now jobs do expire on Handshake, so please keep that in mind. If you want to apply, I recommend applying as soon as you possibly can. If you need a resume or cover letter, make an appointment with me. Employers sometimes take the job off early. I've gotten like 1,200 resumes, and I think I might be done. Sometimes they might take the job off sooner. So if you wait till the last minute, the job may or might not be there. In most cases it is, but sometimes employers can check to see who's applied. If you wait till the last minute, they can also see that as well. So keep in mind, there is a window in most cases, so please apply as soon as you're interested. This one has a salary indicated here as well. This is all remote. Who we are, a little bit about how I match the qualifications here. So it shows you here how you match this job posting. If they require a GPA, your GPA is not listed. It might show you that you're missing a GPA, for example. So if here, my school year is correct, authorization might not be there, but it shows you how you match the job requirements. A little bit about the company, and then it shows you some related jobs as well with that same company. Related careers, fall internships, investment banking summer internship, and this is actually for summer 2021. So some of them are posting for next summer already. Any questions about the jobs internship search? Just a little quick overview. Any questions, concerns so far? All right, well, please stop me anytime. So next thing you see here, when you go to a job posting, you can actually save your job search or save the actual job. So if you come up here, let me see if I can find it here. The little flag right here is where you can save the job. Then over here, you click on saved, and all the jobs you save will show up here. Easy peasy, you can find everything you save. The applications you've completed will be located here. And then for the employer list, you come right to the employers tab. You can start to follow employers. Now again, you have access to all the employers in Handshake. So we have over 500,000 employers in the system, which is a lot. But again, come over here to the left and you can start filtering. Add an industry here. I'll do aerospace here, just for this demo. We're down to 1,900 employers. So again, you have access to not just those that are TCU specific, all of the employers in the Handshake family of universities are available to you. Now let's check out the on-campus interviews here. So due to the pandemic, we're not having interviews in our office suite in Jarvis Hall, but many employers are not shifting to a virtual interview. But if you want to interview with these employers at TCU virtually, you come right to the on-campus interview schedule here. And here are all of the employers that are currently signed up for virtual on-campus interviews. Johnson & Johnson, BMG Health. And if you click on any one of these particular links here, it should take you to more information. Yeah, so here are the job postings here. So there's a financial analyst intern, there's a financial analyst position, and you open up the job posting via the link, it takes you right to the full description and how to apply. Now, if you are selected for an on-campus interview, I want to make sure that you know it's important that you respond. Some people have kind of ignored the employer. That's not a good idea. And so if you get a notification that you've been accepted to an on-campus interview virtually, either accept or decline. So don't keep employers hanging in limbo because it's just not a good impression. So if you're interested, respond as soon as possible. So I got an on-campus interview virtually with BMG Health. I got an email yesterday. I'll respond within 24 hours or 48 hours. So please respond to them. And also the day of the interview, make sure that you are in a place where there's no distractions. Log in to the interview 10 minutes early. If you're wearing a mask, keep on smiling. Smiles are seen through the eyes. So treat this just like you would an in-person interview. Be friendly, be personable, share more about your experience, about your skills, And the Career Center does offer practice interviews. So if you have an on-campus interview, and you want to show up early, but you're more than welcome to practice with me. Now, one thing you don't want to do is no-show. So if you no-show to an on-campus interview virtually, your Handshake account actually becomes inactive until you do a letter of apology to the employer. So if you no-show, that's just a bad look. It's not a good impression. So your Handshake account will be inactivated until you email that employer a letter of apology, or I had an emergency, something came up. Most employers totally understand, but if you no-show without an explanation, the employer might be turned off by that. So that looks bad for TCU, it looks bad for your brand. So please respond either yes or no to the interview, but please don't no-show because it's just not a good impression. Be early, about 10, 15 minutes early, but practice with me in the Career Center. We do offer interview practice over Zoom. All right. Just a few more things here and we'll wrap up here. So let's talk about the community feature right here, right in the middle, learning from other students. Let's see. So here are all the students in the Handshake platform, but I want to see TCU only. So you come over here to the right, just click on TCU only. And here are all the TCU students that are using Handshake here. You can filter by, I want to see only the juniors, only the sophomores. So I'll click that for this demo. I want to see just the biology students. So you can choose your major. I'll just do business administration here. Over 300 sophomores that are business majors. So for Ryan here, for example, I'll just click his profile. Let's see. I'm curious to learn more about what he's doing. So I'll click on the profile here, open it up. And you get to discover other students in related majors. So what can I do with a major in business? If you're curious about what you can do with your major, if you're curious about Ryan's career path or what he's doing, you can message Ryan directly through Handshake to get more information, or to get advice, or to get insights about what he's doing. Look at his profile. I want to work at Mission Hills Church. I want to be a children's ministry leader, for example. That's interesting to me. I wonder what his experience is like. You can go right to Handshake and message him directly. So that's a little bit about the student feature. You can find students and alumni, reach out to them if they're of interest to you for advice, for internships, for open doors with their company. So please use this feature as you might need. Now for the Q&A feature, I'll go to that as well. So here's where you can get insights from any student or alumni on the platform. So here's some sample questions here. What does it take to do well at KPMG? So you might have an interview coming up, or I want to apply at Nike, or I want to apply at GPS Hospital. Other people probably have already interned there or worked there. So Handshake makes it super easy. You can come down here and kind of scroll the questions. So someone wants to interview NBC Universal, for example. We have 4 responses to the question. So as people get your question, they're going to respond. And you can also come over here to the right and ask your own question. So what are you curious about? I'm curious about internships in sports. I see this person has an internship at Walt Disney, for example. I'm curious about communication and entertainment. So you can come over here, get some insight about Alice Gonzalez, her experience. She's a former Disney College Program participant. So I just applied to that program. I would love to know more about your experience. Look at the question, look at some of the responses here. And if it's helpful, you can also, if you have that same experience, you can come down to the very bottom here and share your own response. So some of you might have expertise you might share with other students. So reciprocity, what can you share with people on Handshake? And also what knowledge can you gain from others as well? So that's a little bit about the Q&A feature here. The last thing I'll show you guys is how to make appointments, and then we'll wrap up here. So to make appointments with me in Handshake, you're gonna come up to the Career Center tab on the left. Just scroll down to the Appointments tab here. Go to Schedule New Appointment. And then all student athletes should see this appointment type. TCU student athletes. Some of you might see your college listed here as well. So if you see your college, that'll actually put you in contact with the career consultant for your college. But if you're a student athlete, if you want to meet with me, you come right up here to TCU Student Athletes. Now here are all the different services that we offer. Cover letter review, internship, job search strategies, practice interview, graduate school, personal statement reviews, and career assessments. I'm not quite sure what I want to do. Can I take a career assessment to get some career options? I want to change my major. We also offer career assessments for major exploration. So you choose your appointment type here. I'll just do internship search here for this demo. And here's my calendar for the entire semester. So we have morning, afternoon appointments, evening appointments available. So I'll just do 3 o'clock, 3:30 for this demo here. You click on your time. And then here you choose your medium. I do phone call appointments and Zoom. Most folks are doing Zoom these days. And then here, what can I help you with? So I need help with finding jobs at Nike, or I'm looking at internships at Fidelity Investments. So tell me how I can help you. And then you hit request and you're done. It's that easy. So this is our main Handshake page, everyone. That's pretty much everything. Well, let me show you guys one more quick thing and I'll wrap up here. Here's the career events here. I do want to highlight a couple of upcoming career events. So you go to the events tab, or at the top here, or the little briefcase, you click on the events here. These are all of our upcoming career events for TCU student athletes and alumni. So here's our virtual webinar we're doing now, Handshake 101. I want to scroll down here. As you see, there are events for all colleges, all majors. We have a nursing fair coming up tomorrow for our nursing students. Virtual nursing fair, we have that. Let's see, I'm gonna come down to the career fair here and show you that before we wrap up here. We have typically information sessions and career fairs, networking events here. I'm gonna scroll down to our Career and Intern Expo. Google has a resume workshop, JP Morgan, so there are a wide variety of industries here that you can take advantage of. Let's see, career fair is September the 16th. All right, here we are. So we have our main career fair is September 16th. It's gonna be 3 to 6 p.m., all virtual. So if you come to the TCU Fall Career Day, it's gonna be a whole day of career fair prep workshops, and our virtual fair is gonna be from 3 to 6 p.m. So I'm gonna click here. So if you're looking for an internship or full-time role, I highly recommend attending this event from 3 to 6 p.m. You can come anytime. Here's some context here about the event. So this is going to be all virtual. Now the thing is, you have to register for the career fair, and then you can also come down here and see the employees attending. We have 75 companies coming right now. So they're going to offer one-on-one sessions and group sessions. So you have to register for the career fair, that's number one. But do you want to do a one-on-one session with this employer, or do you want a group session with this employer? You get to choose. So I want to do a one-on-one session with T-Mobile. I'll do a group session with Ethos Irving. Now these sessions are filling up fast. It's August 26th. We have 3 weeks away. They are filling up fast. So I do recommend register as soon as possible. And to register, it's really simple. And also, if you come to the bottom here, we have career fair prep documents as well. Expo prep, how to research companies, follow-up. But we'll also have a prep event from 10 to noon on that day and 3 to 6. So if you need help with a resume review, quick question, you can log in from 10 to noon that day, or between 3 and 6, and talk to me, get some prep, get some coaching before you go into your virtual session. Yeah. So I'm going to I won't register here. I'm actually logging as a real student. So I won't register because I'm not sure if they're gonna go. They probably will. But it's really simple, click register here, and then you see options for the one-on-one sessions at the Career Expo or the group sessions. But we have 75 companies that are registered here. Actually 79, we went up 4 just since this morning. So I'll just do show all employers here. So they're in alphabetical order. You get to research the company. It shows you what they're looking for. This is for internships, the job titles, the school year. So some are looking for senior, junior, some are looking for sophomore, freshman. So we took out all the guesswork. It shows you exactly who's coming here, what majors, and what classification. And this event is open to all student athletes. All majors are welcome. This is our All Majors Career and Intern Expo. Just scroll down here to learn more about the companies that are attending. Now, I do recommend research these employers before you attend. So they might say, hey, why Fidelity? Why don't you click on our company? So you don't want to be empty-handed. So try your best. If you choose 3 companies, do a little bit of homework about that company before your one-on-one session starts or before your group session starts, just in case they ask you, what do you know about us? Because in a typical face-to-face setting, pre-COVID, common question, why our company? What do you know about us? So when your opening pitch, my name is Catherine, I'm a current student athlete, your company appealed to me because of your interest in philanthropic work, or based on what I know about your company, this is what piqued my interest. And here are the skills I'll bring to you as a student athlete that will meet your qualifications. So if you're going to the Career Expo, do a little bit of homework on those companies before you log in to your virtual sessions. All right. And that's pretty much all I have, everyone. That's a quick overview about Handshake. I hope it was helpful. Let me stop sharing my screen here. See if we have any questions. Anyone have any questions or concerns? Was this helpful, everyone? Cool. I see lots of nods. Awesome. Well, that's all I have. Unless you have questions for me, I'll hang around here for a few more moments here. So let's talk about next steps. What's my first recommendation again?
Your profile.
Got it. What's my second recommendation? Who remembers?
Is it filling out the career interest form?
Absolutely. Yeah. I would just start there, and then I would say dedicate at least 10 minutes a day or half an hour a week to Handshake. Make sure that your profile is up to date. Research employers, start applying to those internships, application deadlines. Sometimes there's a short shelf life, but I'm happy to help you all with your job internship search, resume reviews, etc. McKenna, anything else to add tonight?
I don't have anything.
All right, cool. So let me put y'all the link to the survey in the chat. I want to thank you all for attending. So let me find the link to the survey here. On the survey, guys, 1 second. All right, I'm gonna put the survey in the chat, everyone, and this is how you're gonna get credit for attending. So let me stop recording here. Thank you for joining us, and go Frogs.